नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। आई एम JV'n डॉक्टर मीनाक्षी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ चालक्य तंत्र, फैकल्टी ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक साइंस, ज्योति विद्यापीठ विमेंस यूनिवर्सिटी। सो हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. So in today's session we will discuss about the government portfolio. In the previous session we have discussed about the portfolio development. What is the portfolio, how we have to develop the portfolio. So there were three types of portfolio. First one was a government portfolio, the second one was a corporate portfolio, and third one was the entrepreneur portfolio. So according to the choice and their interest, a student can decide which portfolio she have to opt for. So she can go for the government portfolio or the corporate portfolio or the entrepreneur portfolio. If a student decides that she have to go for the government portfolio, then there are few points we will discuss about it. What a student need to do after graduation if she wants to go in the government sector. Means if she has an interest in the government portfolio but she is not aware of the things she should do to get an entry into the government sector, then we should discuss about the opportunities in the government sector after BMS. BMS is the Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery. It is a professional course in Ayurveda, and it has a course span of about 5.5 years. 4.5 years. There are 4.5 professional years and 1 year of internship. And that BMS graduate can also go for the medical officer. And if he or she doesn't have an interest in this field of Ayurveda, she wants to change her field, she can go for the banking, she can opt for the SSC, and if she is a brilliant student and is a very hardworking person, then she should go for the IAS or RAS. For all these four types of field like banking, SSC, IAS, RAS, for eligibility you must have a graduate degree, and as we know that BMS is a 5.5 year graduate course, but it is a professional course. Then BMS graduate can opt for become a medical officer. At the central government is a post called of medical officer. So on the central level, then there are various vacancies which are provided by the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and by giving that exam of UPSC and after that appearing for the interview, if you are selected, then you can become a medical officer. Apart from that, the various state governments, the state government medical officer post or vacancies are also there. You can go for the various state government medical officer post at different times. And apart from that, there are medical officer vacancies in ESI or NHM. NHM is a National Health Mission. So after the formation of the Ayush Ministry, which decides for the various posts of the medical officer, the rates of job opportunities had increased. And when you have done a professional medical course, then first option or the first preference should be the medical officer. For a simple graduate, you will get an good amount of salary in this field. Then for going in the government sector, a student has to clear the competitive exam. Sometimes at the state level medical officer post, there is a direct recruitment in which the recruitment is on the basis of the percentage in the BMS course, or there can be a competitive exam for this post. To clear the exam, the student should have sound knowledge in the subject plus skill. So, if there is any competitive exam for the post of medical officer, the student should have the good knowledge of the subject. The student has to study not only the subject books sincerely, but also various books of current knowledge, general knowledge books, but also newspapers and current affairs. So, from the starting, when you enter in this course of 4.5 years plus 1 year internship, since starting you should also get knowledge of the other books, and you should read newspapers, and you should have knowledge of the current affairs, because these knowledge are also countable in case of the medical officer post. So your subject knowledge and the current affair knowledge, they both will boost your overall knowledge, and it will help you to clear that exam. Then for clearing the competitive exams to get entrance in government jobs, we must know the details of these exams first. The UPSC and various other government organizations conduct various recruitment examinations for filling up the vacancies in Ayurvedic department. So UPSC is the Union Public Service Commission. So for recruitment of medical officer, they conduct the examinations. After clearing the examinations, they will do scrutiny, and um, they will take interview, and after clearance of that interview, you will be assigned the post of a medical officer. So this is done at the central level. At the state level, various examination conducting agencies will will organize the recruitment examinations, and so day by day the job opportunities in the government sector are increasing, and these exams are not subjective. These exams will be the objective exams, means a question will be there, and you will be given the 4 options, out of which you have to choose the correct one. So it is done with the MCQ papers, means multiple choice questions papers. So the MCQ consists of many parts. First one is containing questions of general knowledge. So apart from the knowledge of your subject, you should also have the general knowledge. You should know about the current affairs. You should know, read the newspaper, so that what's going around you, you should be aware of that. So second type of questions can be the questions of assertion and reasoning. So reasoning questions and assertion questions, these you should can practice through various books, so that you can get a clear answer during the examination. The third type of MCQs are the questions containing related to the subjects taught in the BMS. So during the 4.5 years, you will study the different subjects like anatomy, physiology. In Ayurveda, we call it the Rachna Sharir, Kriya Sharir, Padarth Vigyan. So, Rog Nidan, संहिता, शरीर तंत्र, शलाक्य तंत्र, पंचकर्म, काय चिकित्सा. So you should study overall subjects of the BMS, and you should have the knowledge of the multiple choice questions. You should practice the previous year multiple choice questions which were asked at the MD level or at the MO level. So to clear these competitive exam papers to get selected in government sector is all about precision and speed. So when there is any competition, then the speed does matter, because everyone is given the same time, and within that time you have to solve the questions, and that also correctly, so that you get a positive answer. The papers consist of the 100 to 200 multiple choice questions depending upon the type of exam to be solved in a short duration of 1.5 hour to 2.5 hours. So you will get various questions and you have to solve that question in a specific time. So this was all about the government sector. So apart from that, the post of medical officer, you can also go um, for the higher education like MD or MS, and that you can do from various government colleges. And after getting a degree of the MD or MS Ayurveda, you can also go for the lectureship. So this was all about the government portfolio. In the next lecture, we'll discuss about the distribution of questions according to subjects in MCQs in competitive exams. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you so much.